you today to listen carefully, but I want you to send me an email to hello@groove-university.com. It's coming across the top here right now. So send me an email to that one, hello@groove-university.com, because I've got something very special for you and I'm going to jump in. But first of all, hey, you can't beat celebrating and giving yourself an award that, yes, I did it. 46 days straight, I've done a live video just for you. It was part of a kind of a pledge I made to myself, covering the period of Lent. And it really just happened that Lent lent itself to sort of putting it there. And because I was thinking, I need a challenge. I need something to commit to put yourself out, put yourself in that, some people call it out of your comfort zone. I say put yourself into your excitement zone. So something where you've got to kind of do it and keep doing it and don't let people down. Now, there may well be no one that you're letting down other than yourself. And you are the only one that matters. So when you commit to something, you need to see it through. Okay, so I committed to this 46 days straight. Hopefully this is still going out live and I've hit that target, which is, well, it's kind of weird. I can't believe how fast 46 days has gone. And I can't believe that I've managed to, squeeze it in. Even sometimes when I was, had long days, I still sat down and did it. So I'm going to carry on doing some sort of commitment. I need some ideas. So if you want to drop an idea in the comments, I'd love to hit you. And some of the comments may well be, yeah, thank goodness you've stopped. Well, yeah, there you go. But I'm going to carry on in some way, shape or form. Anyway, what do I want to do today? Well, I want to kind of go through the what now. And we were talking about what next, and what you could do. And that's what I want to talk about. I'm just going to take that off the screen there, that day 46. Boom, gone. What now? It's a really, really good question, isn't it? Hey? Because the what now is one of these things where you sort of say, well, first of all, I want to, because a lot of people think, oh, that's a bit negative. What now? Oh, no, I'm going to be let out. But first of all, I want to say a massive congratulations. Congratulations. If you've stuck with me for 46 days, then God bless you. Thank you so much for doing that. If you're tuning in, I don't care when it is when you're tuning in. There's lessons to be learned from everyone. What I'm going to be sharing with you tonight may well have expired and you may not be able to get it. So depending on when you're watching this, it may have, this boat may have sailed. But what I wanted to say was, fantastic, because getting going, you're already done more than about 80%. You know the Pareto 80-20 rule? 80% of people do 20% of the job, and leave it at that. Whereas the other 20% might do 80% of the job. But what you want to be able to say is, okay, right, I've got going. So what next? And one of the things that I want to sort of instill in you is keep going. Keep going, all right? Keep going. That's what you got to do. And that's what I just said right at the top of this, that I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going and keep doing it because I think it's what's the alternative? The alternative is you give up. And that's not what I'm doing. Because I reckon only 20% keep going. And it's probably far fewer than that in actual fact. But it begs a question, doesn't it? Why is that? Why is that? Why do people give up? And I think it comes down to, and we've talked about this, isn't it? Life gets in the way. You don't have the time. Oh my goodness, I haven't got the money. And there isn't the support there to keep you going. There isn't the motivation, the inspiration, the ass kicking, the carrot the carrot dangling, stick whipping that you might need to get across the line. And sometimes it's tough love, sometimes it's arm around the shoulder, sometimes it's, throw a shoe at your forehead or whatever happened in that infamous David Beckham, Alex Ferguson dressing room bust up. But we've spoken about this. So if you have a look back on the other ones where you're looking, life gets in the way, time, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, and there's no support. Well, we've knocked all those on the head. And tonight I'm going to say how the support is there for you. It's there for you, okay? But life gets in the way. Yeah, it does. That's what it's designed to do. But there's, all you need to do is choose to spend a bit of your time. So before this, had I ever done 46 days live video straight? No. Did I think it was possible? No. Did I think, right, I'm just going to do one day and then see if I can do it into another one day? And before you know it, they've strung together. Yeah. Did I think I had the time? Yeah, I did. Did I think that I would find the time easily? No, because probably like a lot of people out there, I'm inherently lazy. And sometimes you've got to have that commitment. You've got to have something that fires you up, that makes you stick at it. Okay? That's the key thing. You've got to have something that makes you stick at it. And then when you're talking about money, people say, I don't have the money. Look, we've gone through how you can get going on this for nothing, how you can already start promoting something and potentially earn commissions straight away, having invested nothing but a bit of time and effort. All right? So we've spoken about this. And if you've got any doubts, go back and have a look at that one. I think it was probably only 2 or 3 days ago. So maybe day 43-ish, or something like that. Have a look at it. It's one of the problems that people always say, don't have the money. Yes, you do. You just choose to spend it on something else. And this is where we're saying you've got to flip that and say, no. This is the very reason I need to do this, is the fact that I don't have all the money I want, and I want to earn more because I've got loads of good things to do. I've got loads of people's problems to solve. I need to get out there and do it, and I need to do it well. And then you look at support. And that's what I want to talk about today, is a bit of support and stuff that will help you on your journey. Because I've had support. I've paid thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, and probably don't tell my wife and kids exactly how much I've spent on this, but I have spent a lot of money getting coaching, mentoring, education, so that I can, do things. Because here's the weird thing. All right, let's just put this up. Behind me here is one of the new slides from Groove, because Groove is kind of transitioning to groove.cm. Their logo is customers matter. So it's going from Groove Funnels. Why is it going from Groove Funnels? Because there's so much more to it. And you look at all these things here in this circle around here: the sell, the webinar, video, cart, pages, member, mail, just some of them. Okay, this is all there for you. So the tools are there. All right, the tools are there. But what I want to say to you is this. I'm just going to say, look, okay, Groove Funnels there. I wanted to put it above Groove Funnels, becoming groove.cm. Okay, customers matter. But right behind my head, can you see that just having Groove Funnels, or Groove, as it's going to be, does that equal success? That's why there's a question mark. Does it equal success? Well, you could say to yourself, hey, look, they've got these new logos as well, these new designs. Look at this. I've got the funnels, the mail, the affiliates, the members, the videos. I've got everything. Of course it means success. Well, here's the thing. Everything to make you a millionaire, if not a billionaire, is out there on the internet already. And how many of us have actually translated that into becoming a millionaire? or having £1 million worth of assets, or doing something whereby you have created wealth to that level. How many of us have done it? And the answer is very, very few. Why is that? Well, I think because, just because you have something doesn't necessarily guarantee success. So I wanted to put this up here, okay? So if we look at the top one there, if I gave you access to the stock market, does that mean that you're the next Warren Buffett? The world's most well-known, probably most successful investor. Does that, just because you've got access to the stock market and you could trade, does it make you Warren Buffett? No. If I gave you the keys to a Ferrari Formula One car, will that make you a Formula One Grand Prix star? Possibly a world champion, winner of Grand Prix? No. You probably wouldn't even get around the first corner. If I gave you Tiger Woods' golf clubs, would it make you Tiger Woods? No. Would it mean that you win 15 major championships in golf if you've got Tiger Woods golf clubs? No, it doesn't. So please don't expect, just because you've signed up to Groove, that you are guaranteed success. Okay? What you've got to realize is Warren Buffett has spent years and years and years being taught, helped, investigating, learning, experience, his analysis, his work that he does on his stock market investigations, and looking at the values of companies before making investment decisions. Michael Schumacher there, and there's loads of other Ferrari champions have got there because they've proved themselves on the way. They've proved themselves in other software, and they could, a Grand Prix driver could improve your driving skills around a racetrack immeasurably, okay? And possibly get you to a point, if you had long enough, to get you to a point of being a Formula One driver. And Tiger Woods, if he could take you back to the age of 2 and coach you like his dad coached him, take you back to the age of 2 and give you, 30 years of golf coaching, 30, 40 years of golf coaching, he could maybe make you into, someone who's going to win golf tournaments. But most of us don't need to be the very, very best, the best in the world. Most of us want to get to a really good level. So it might be, a solid investor who always gets a positive return and maybe has the odd poor year, but overall their portfolio is growing. Someone who could, enter amateur racing events and give it a damn good go and maybe pick up a trophy. Someone who could play maybe into low single figures golf, maybe down to scratch. So, is a really good amateur, top amateur, could turn pro if you wanted, but that's up to you. But that all comes from support, doesn't it? Support, coaching, and mentoring. That's the big difference. Okay, so when you look at all these products here, you've got to say to yourself, all right, come on. Am I going to know everything about funnels and pages and selling, making digital products and membership and video and blogs, the ones right behind me here? Yeah. Does that mean I'm going to be the greatest video person, the greatest blogger? Am I going to be brilliant at e-commerce and affiliate? It's unlikely. You're going to struggle, aren't you, without that help and support. So I'm going to give you some tips now to help you, tips to keeping going. All right? So tip number 1, you need to stay in the right environment. How many of us, I'm just going to have a slurp of coffee. How many of us are in the right environment? If you wanted to be Tiger Woods, the right environment's on a golf course with a golf club in your hand, hitting ball after ball after ball, being analysed by videos. Is getting up and doing it, isn't it? If you wanted to drive a racing car, It's getting out there and putting in laps and being taught and how to take the best line and the angles and the how fast you can go around corners and things like that. And if you wanted to do the stock market, then it's how do you break down the analysis? How do you look at the accounts of a company and see whether there is value there, whether the stock is under or overvalued? You've got to be in the right environment. So if you wanted to do stock market investing, getting advice from people who don't do it is pointless. If you want to be a better driver, getting advice from people who don't drive or know how to drive is pointless. If you want to be a better golfer, but you get advice from people who are awful golfers, it's pointless. Okay? So you need to make sure you're in the right environment. And too many people don't. And the right environment is not where you surround yourself with your mates or your family who have no interest in it, no understanding of it, no experience of it, and no ability to help you understand. So make sure this is it. Wherever you are, whatever you do, you got to get yourself in the right environment. Surround yourself with the right people. Yeah, there's plenty of ways you can do it in this day and age. Plenty of ways you can do it virtually, in groups, online, over the phone. It could be anything. And when, depending on when you're watching this, you may be able to go and do networking events live, face to face, but it's getting out there and getting into the right environment. So that's tip number 1. So number 2, in that right environment, it's getting the right people in there as well. Now, you can go out to surround yourself with golfers, but are they the best golfers to help you? Or are they truly awful? Or just a little bit better? Your average hacker. I play golf as a kid, and I got down to low single figures golf handicap in my teenage years, and I was amazed when I found out that put me in about the top something like 5% of all golfers in the world, maybe even a smaller amount, because I thought I was still striving to get down to scratch. I got pretty close, but I was still trying to get to scratch, and I was thinking, that'll, there'll be a lot there. But then you look at it, and the vast majority of people are not that great. They don't play very often, a bit like I am now, but on golf. But, you had to get in with the right people. How did I do that as a kid? Because I loved playing against people who were better than me. I loved pitting my skills against theirs and seeing if I could get better and beat them. That's what I wanted to do. So you need to surround yourself with the best people. Where they say and there's normally in the movie, and so the pupil became the master. That's what you want to do, isn't it? You want to get, supported, coached, mentored by someone who you can surpass and move on to the next level and the next level and the next level. Yeah. So this is what you're trying to do. You're surrounding yourself with the people in the right environment who are just a bit better than you. Sometimes, if the person is so far ahead of you, you kind of lose. There's a bit of a disconnect. There. So if somebody said, oh, yeah, I do e-commerce. Yeah, I turn over 50 million a month. You'd be kind of, oh, yeah, and I've got a team of 75 people doing this and 25 people doing that and 10 people doing this, and all I do is a bit of this. It's kind of that disconnect. Yeah, you got to build yourself up there. So you might need different people over the next, few months, years, or whatever, before you're at that level. You can't jump. It's not very easy mentally from you going from zero e-commerce store to one that's selling $20 million worth a month. That jump is too much for your mind to take on. If you Started talking to someone and they said, right, okay, well, the aim is to get $100 a month. You go, okay, I think I can cope with that. And then we'll look at 1,000, then we'll look at 5,000, then we'll look at 20,000, etc., etc. It's those gradual steps that you buy into and you can go along with. Okay, surround yourself with the people who have just gone through the 100, the 1,000, maybe at the 5,000 sort of thing, and listen there. It can even be the people that sort of go, right, okay, look, no interest in e-commerce stores, but here's the marketing, here are the skills behind it to get you kick-started to do that. And then you look at the next level. That's what you're looking to do. So you're looking to do the right environment and the right people. The next top tip, I would say, number 3. This is top tips in how to keep going. Is I think you should always share your successes and your struggles. And why? Because too often, say on social media, all people see are the successes. And quite frankly, it does everyone else's head in, because everyone knows that there's no way everyone goes through life with everything smelling of roses. No, no, no. Sometimes it smells of the stuff that makes the roses grow really good. And you know what we're talking about there. So I think you should always sort of confess and say, look, hey, you know, when we look at all the apps in Groove, there's going to be some of them where you're going to say, look, I'm really struggling with this. I can't get my head around this. And you go, right, okay, that's brilliant. Because in order to make a step forward, you've got to know where you are. And if you don't know where you are, you're never going to make that step forward. But then along the way, you have to share your successes. Because your successes give feedback to the person that's helping you. They give inspiration to others. So when we said right environment, right people, they give inspiration to the other people there that surround you. And it gives inspiration to you to keep going. Because every little success, and it could just be, hey, I managed to get a product into my store and link it. Hey, I managed to get another product into the store and link it. Hey, I managed to link that to the emails, to the opt-in, to the payment page, and I've managed to get that going. Success, success, success. You know, getting this here. And then it might be, but I'm struggling to make a sale. All right, let's look at it, tweak it. And then when the sale comes in, you go, yes, now I've made a sale. And it's great feedback, but it's great inspiration, it's great validation, and it is great for your inner well-being. Your mindset suddenly goes, oh my goodness, I can do this. Oh my goodness. And that is just brilliant. So number 3, share successes and struggles. Okay? Then, let's press that one. Next one, regular support. One of the things I've found is I've done training in the past where you do some very intense training. And then the support is non-existent and you effectively fall off a cliff. And it's very easy after that to just go, yeah, no, thank goodness I'm having a breather because that was intense. Whereas really you need to jump straight in and get that support to keep you going. And that support should be regular. So something like a live Q&A, or just watch some update videos, or maybe refresh yourself on some videos, maybe post your results, maybe look at it, maybe get some analysis, maybe get some feedback that then helps you with validating the fact that you're on the right path, you're going the right way, you are going to do it. That all comes from regular support. So tip number 4 is definitely get yourself regular support. Okay. And then what I would say for number 5 is now you're in the habit of learning, keep that a constant habit of learning more and more and more. But with each bit of learning, You want the regular support. You want the successes and struggles. You want the right environment. You want the right people to implement that learning. Do not be just a non-stop learner. You've actually got to put it into action. But what you need to do is you need to say, okay, I've got the basics. And now, so I've got my golf clubs. I can now sort of hit a ball a bit, but I'm making 6s and 7s on most holes. Okay, now you need to learn a little bit more about maybe course management, how to get those 6s and 7s down to 5s and 6s and start improving your score. That's what you want to do. And then when you get to that level, it could be, right, you're a little bit more advanced. So to get those 5s and 6s down to 4s or 5s on each hole, you're going to have to do some more and put this into action and more practice. And this is what we're building on. And then what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to look at the super advanced. And when you're getting to, I want those 4s and 5s to actually become 3s and 4s. That's when you're looking at getting sort of one-to-one specialist individual coaching, where it is looking at you individually, where you are, what you're trying to do, how you're trying to do it, and all the rest of it, and get your mind in the right place so that you can get those scores right down. And what a difference that is. That takes you from sort of the mass of 90% to the only the 70% to only the 50% to only the 20% to only the 5% get to that point. And that's what it is. That's what it is, folks. So there's a few things in there. Oh, what I would say is Groove University for Business is your best path to success. All right. So what I want to do is just talk you through quickly what it is. So on here, we're going to be talking about Groove funnels, obviously Groove and the suite of products in there, but it's so much more because it's also the business side of things. So learning some software is fine, but you need to understand the business. You need to understand the support that's out there for you to help you do that. And any university should be about support. Then it's success mentality. So you've got to get this. Do you know? And when I used to play golf, my dad always used to tell me, he used to say, Nigel, the hardest distance to master in golf is only about 6 inches. And I went, what? Well, if you're on the green, you just tap it in. And he went, no. It's the 6 inches between here and here. That's where the biggest difference is. And he was so right. He was so right. You look at any champion, you look at anyone that's good, and they have worked on their mindset hugely. Most of what you're doing is a process, but it's the mindset behind that process that is the powerful thing. So we'll be looking at that. And then obviously there's the marketing angle. A lot of people, here's the thing. I've kind of coached people on Facebook ads and doing other aspects of their business marketing. And they look at me and they say, hey, well, look, Nigel, I've spent money. I've paid for ads on social media. They don't work. Forget it. It's pointless. And you go, how do you mean? Okay, so the fundamentals of marketing haven't changed. Social media is just a new channel, and your marketing still needs to do all the right things. And they look at me and they go, what do you mean all the right things? I said, well, are you targeting the right person with the right message in the right way with a call to action that they can, that they think, my goodness, that's a solution for me. I didn't know I had a problem. You've told me I've got a problem, and you give me the solution, and you give me a call to action, and I'm going to do it. And the answer was no. We had a look at their adverts, and some of them weren't even linked to anything. So it was like an advert just telling you, wouldn't you like to earn more money? And that was it. And people are going, yeah, how do I do it? But they didn't give them a way of making that a reality. And you sort of went through it with people. And when you pointed it out, they went, oh my goodness, how crazy is that? And I went, yeah. Just because you've got social media, just because you've got the most powerful targeting tool in your phone that can touch 2 billion people on their phone daily, doesn't mean that you can ignore the fact that you need an irresistible offer. You know, because all you're doing otherwise is just wasting your time. But yeah, you can't underestimate how much people think that they can ignore the rules of marketing just because they're using the latest social media platforms. No, it's still fundamentally, the same. So we'll be looking at that, and within there so much more as well. So does that mean then that if you had, do you remember when we said Groove funnels on its own, does that mean success? Not necessarily, but Groove University for Business and Groove, I truly believe gives you a fantastic opportunity for success. Quick slurp of coffee. Groove University for Business plus Groove gives you a fantastic opportunity for success. Now, where did this Groove University come from? Well, my eldest is in his second year at university, and it's a very different situation to where when I went all those years ago. Because of coronavirus, COVID, it's a very different thing. But what that made me look at was the investment. The investment in university, because it's changed since when I went. I was assessed and got given, I think, half or 2/3 of a grant to go to university, to help go to university, and the fees were paid, and I got some financial assistance to go. When I look at it now, here we go. So traditional university, this in the UK, £9,500 a year fees. £6,000 an accommodation, and £5,000, that's living cheaply, isn't it? On living. That gives a total, I think the maths are right on that, of about over £60,000 for a 3-year investment in a Bachelor of Arts honours degree course. Holy schmoly. £61,500. And bear in mind, if you want your living to spend more than that, it's obviously more. And you think, wow, that's with no income. That's with no income. Because at the moment, you can't go out to the bars and get a job or anything like that. There isn't the opportunities to get some casual work because so many things have been shut recently. So this is kind of full on cost. All right. Here's the big question. Is your success guaranteed when you get a degree? No, it most certainly isn't. And there are numerous young people who've come out of university who say, where are graduate jobs? Where are the opportunities that we were promised when we signed up for and took on this enormous amount of debt? And the answer is, well, I think there's a big disconnect. And I think the big disconnect here is it doesn't really, for a large proportion of university undergraduate courses, so in America, college courses, I don't think necessarily there's a great link between the course, the real world, and actually making money. Other than, well, you could get a job and do this. So is it gearing you up for a job? Well, it could be, but there's so many issues at the moment in terms of jobs and the industries that you thought you were getting a good degree in, and those industries contracting quite markedly, that it can be a bit of a problem. And I was thinking to myself, when I was looking at this, I was thinking, okay, what did 2020 tell us? Well, first of all, it told us that if you're a student, you couldn't go out drinking in the bars and all the rest of it, like students normally do. And you couldn't meet people even. You couldn't even socialize on things like that. So, to some extent, you were paying for a life experience as well as an education. All right, so you can't get the life experience. So what's the education giving you? Well, when you look at 2020, what did 2020 tell us? It told us that everything was pretty much going online. It was all about selling. It was digital, it was knowledge, it was video, it was all about selling. There was technology, it was techniques, it was tactics, it was all about selling. Okay, what was it effectively telling us? It's about selling. And the businesses that were struggling and the high street presence that was disappearing, they were in the wrong location, trying to do the wrong thing and not being able to sell. And it wasn't that the products weren't required. It wasn't that there isn't enough money, because there's never been as much money on the planet as there is at the moment. Okay? Never. It's increasing every day. They are basically the printing press as well. I know it's digital, but they are pumping money into pretty much every economy every day. So there's plenty of money. And there's never been as many people. So there's plenty of people, plenty of money, and people are still buying things. But where are they buying them from? They're buying them from the person that can make the buying experience the most enjoyable, the most rewarding, the most exciting, the most convenient, the easiest way to buy something, almost frictionless. And what's been the issue that we've seen? Okay, well, if you can't go into work in the city centre, then if you're located only in the city centre and nobody's coming into the city centre, then you are not getting any footfall, you're not getting any traffic, you're not getting any eyeballs, you're not getting anyone coming into the store. They are looking on their phone. They are at home on their computers. They are at, wherever they are, their desk, which might be that double up as their bedroom, living room, dining room, kitchen, whatever. They are there. And when they're bored, they're looking to buy something. Because they can't go out, they're looking online. And what are they looking for? Well, the education market, and I don't mean the standard traditional school and university market. I mean the education. So learning a new skill, be it a language or how to make a duvet or crochet or how to can food or how to do gardening or how to lay a drive or anything like this, it's booming. It is worth billions and billions and billions a year. And what are people coming out of university with that they could convert into an educational course or a life experience course? And the answer is, I'm not too sure. But what are people buying? Well, they're still buying T-shirts, still buying coffee mugs. They're still buying, educational. So how do I use Snapchat? How do I use Instagram? How do I, they are still buying. How do I use Snapchat? Snapchat is growing again. How do I advertise on Twitter? How do I do LinkedIn? How do I create a profile? How do I get on Clubhouse? How do I do all of these things? There's loads of it. And the thing is, if you can answer that question for somebody or supply that product to somebody, you don't need a factory. You don't need a big warehouse. Other people have big warehouses. Other people have factories. You can leverage that and put something in front of somebody else. And there's all the tools in the Groove suite of products in order to put products in the hands of people if they wanted them. There's also the ability to create a membership, create a knowledge-based system. So Groove University for Business is knowledge-based. And it is how you can educate yourself into, I've got a whole load of tools. How do I use them? This is it. This tells me. Absolutely. And it can create something. So when you look at 2020, what it told us was that, you know, there's an awful lot of transition here from maybe more traditional to maybe the future, the online digital world. And I went back to the traditional university, and I looked at it and I went, all right, does the university? So I asked my eldest, I said, you know, because they get holidays, obviously, and I kept saying, will you help me with this? You know, why, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing some marketing stuff. I need to do some webinars. I want to record some videos, set up some websites, write some emails. I want to get my chatbots out there because I've got QR codes that link into Messenger flows, which, you know, ask people questions, resolves them. In fact, in one of the businesses, if somebody's looking for a job, they go through a Messenger chat, and it basically does the triaging and all the automation to make sure that the people that apply for a job have actually jumped a few hurdles and they're aware of what the job is and what it might entail and, you know, things like that. So I've automated it. And Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, Google ads, whatever it is. And I was thinking, I was asking him all these questions, and I got to the end of it and I put a cross next to them all. I said, what does university teach you? And he rattled off a few things, and I went, yeah, that's really not answering the questions that 2020 threw up. Are you online? Do you have digital products? Are you out there? Are you doing it? So I was thinking, right, okay, Groovy University's got to put a tick in all of these things: marketing, webinars, videos, emails, websites, memberships, whatever it is, chatbots, you know, how to do paid ads, all those things. So this is what we're focusing on. This is what we're focusing on. We are taking the traditional and we're moving it into a different sort of position. Okay. And one of the things that I'm going to do for a very short period is there's going to be an opportunity to get a lifetime access to all the courses that I do: marketing, webinars, videos, websites, emails, chatbots, Facebook ads, those sort of things. When we're looking at the Groove products, there's going to be an opportunity, time-limited opportunity, to get in for a lifetime. For a lifetime. So for as long as kind of Groove is there, these courses will be available to you, and they would be sat in the membership, and you'd have access to that information. So I was thinking, that's got to be of more use, hasn't it, to people? Because 2021 is going to be more of the same. And you'll see there that I've kind of highlighted over there, selling. Everything is about selling. Whether you're going for a job interview, you are selling yourself. Whether you are looking for a supplier to reduce his prices, you're selling the reason why you still want to use the supplier, but you want them to lower their price so it can help you. When you're looking at your customers, you're going to be talking about selling. Everything is about selling. When you're trying to get your kids to go to bed, it's about selling to them. When you are, you want an Italian meal and your partner wants Chinese, you'll be selling the benefits of let's have an Italian and things like that. You're always selling. Always selling. And this is something that we've got to overcome and put there front and center of everything that you do, because your marketing message is all about selling. It's all about how you can offer the solution to somebody's problem. It's all about selling. Okay, so, you know, I've said it there. Selling. And one of the key things in Groovy University is, and hey, I still wrestle with it. I still wrestle with the fact that you got to be selling, but I'm getting better. And I will ask for a sale. So I will be asking you to commit to Groovy University for Business at the end. And do you remember when I put this up here? I want you to email me, hello@groove-university.com. And I want you to tell me why you should be in Groove University. Because I'm not just taking anyone. I'm not just taking anyone. Just like universities have an admissions policy, yeah, I want people who want to try and achieve something. Yeah, I want them. I don't want tire kickers. I don't want people who waste my time. They're not going to do anything. They don't watch. They don't participate. They don't. I want people who want success. I want people who want to get out there and make a difference. So I want you to send me an email. You can start right now. hello@groove-university.com. Send one to me right now and say, yes, I want in to Groove University for Business because I want to know more. I want to get the best out of it, and I want to do this. Okay, and if you do that, I'm going to give you a very, very special price. Okay, it will be a monthly subscription, but I'll give you a lifetime offer on that. And yeah, we'll come to that. But there you go. Let me just turn that off. But that's what I want. hello@groove-university.com. Send me an email. Send me an email saying, yes, I want in. I want to do this as a side business, a full-time business, as a way of learning Groove so you can go out and coach other people, as a way of understanding webinars, as a way of understanding websites, as a way of understanding how you sell something on your e-commerce store. I want you to send that email, boom, up there. hello@groove-university.com. All right. So, what's gone on there? Hold on. I wanted to turn that one off. What have I done? We've kind of shrunk, haven't we? Where's it gone? So that was there. That came across. Where is dum 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 dum? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're back. We're back. Showing this scene. There we go. There we go. Right, I'm going to take that off. There we go. So 2021, it's going to be selling, selling, selling. I know it sounds terrible, but we're going to get happy on this, folks. We're going to get happy on this. We're going to get happy. Love selling. Love being sold to. And love asking for the sale. So I'm asking you to join Groove University for Business. I'm asking you to join it. I'm asking you to commit. I want you to send that email to me. And I'm going to tell you, that it'll be a price that'll just make you smile. All right. But here's the thing. If you don't enjoy selling, if you don't enjoy buying, then I think you're going to struggle to understand anyone else or get customers who you can talk to and sort of go, yes, I want, you know what, that's exactly what I want. I want you to buy from me. And, I'm happy to buy from you, and you want people to understand that it's all about buying and selling, isn't it? That exchange of service, of value, it's that exchange of problem for solution and being happy to pay for that. All right, so there we go. So those three things, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, and sometimes it can just be as daft as getting someone to, if you're out there with a, pad and pen, and you want a signature on a sale, it can sometimes be enough to say, look, I've told you everything there is about this. Here's the pad. Here's the pad. Here's the pen. I want you to sign right there. So I did it the other day with a tenancy for a commercial building. And I said, okay, here's the tenancy. I want you to sign here. So, initial this, do that, sign that. Boom, we're in. And they went, yeah, okay. And they do. Now, it's really weird. You could have gone, right, okay, you could have left it and said, right, I'll be in touch. And they were probably thinking, oh my goodness, if he'd had a piece of paper, I'd have signed up right there and then. Anyway, you phone them back a week later and they go, well, actually, I found somewhere else now. I found something else. So I don't need it. Thanks. we're going to make sure that you don't do that. You ask for the sale. All right, so what's in there? So we're going to give lifetime access to all these things: marketing, webinars, video, everything that's kind of coming up. We're going to work our way through and make sure that we can do this. All right, give you a chance of getting out there and doing it. All right. Now, what I want to do is, yeah, I'm just looking. Groovy University, 1947. Okay. Lifetime access to the courses that are put in there into Groovy University. And those courses will all be based around helping you develop your business. 1947. This is, in comparison to the, let's go back. What did it work out at? Can you remember? £61,500. 61. More than 30 times as expensive to go to traditional university. And at the moment, it's all online. At the moment, it's all, it's all fees, it's all cost. And, there's no one-to-one interaction. So it's more than 30 times. So there's no life experience there that you could say is worth the traditional university investment. This is 30 times more than Groovy University for Business. Okay, 1947. But it's application only. There is an entry assessment. And I want to just find out on your email, I want to find out why you think you can take the Groove suite of products. Okay? Why you think you can take the Groove suite of products and why you think you can make a success of it. What is it about you that would lead me to believe, do you know what? I believe them. They're going to actually nail this because they're hungry. They're hungry for this success. They want this. They've got an incredible idea. And it might be that we develop that business idea as we go. And it starts off as a little acorn, and we water it and nourish it, and you give it some sunlight and it starts growing. And we super turbocharge, accelerate that growing into a mighty oak tree. It could be that is what you have already, and that we need to get that out to people. And Groovy University for Business is going to help you do that. It's going to help you do that. But it's application only. I want to hear that from you. I want to hear that you've got the drive, the commitment, the passion, and the willingness to stick at it, the tenacity, persistence. I'm trying to think of those words that you see. So when somebody said, yes, somebody gave me the keys to a Ferrari, but they gave me the keys to the Ferrari, but they sat alongside me and they taught me when to change gear, where to position the car on the road, at what speed you should take a corner, when to accelerate, when to brake, when to change down a gear, change up a gear, and all those things that help you get around a racetrack faster than you ever thought possible. I'm going to be the person sat alongside you. And what I don't want is someone who terrifies me as we set off, grinding gears, and me looking out for trees because I think you're going to come off the track and just hit the tree because you're not ready. You're not ready for this, and you're not willing to listen, and you're not willing to put your hands on the steering wheel. You're not willing to press the pedals. You're not willing to change gear. That's no good. What I want is people who are ready, willing, and able to give this, their best shot, to really stick at it, really go for it. That's what I'm after. And it's the end of this crazy challenge, isn't it? And I don't know, let me just have a look on that. Yeah, can you see? It's not going to be 1947. No. It's not going to be 1497. It's not going to be 947. Today only. If you email me, and I say today only, there will be a date on this, but I know that obviously it's Easter Saturday at the moment. So what's that? 3rd of April? 3rd of April, I think it is, 2021. Okay, there will definitely be a deadline on this. And I want to give people a chance to catch up and be able to have a look at it. So it will be for a few days, but it won't be indefinitely. And if you email me, I'll tell you what the lifetime price is. Okay? If you email me, I'll tell you what your lifetime price, your investment in this university is. But you've got to email me. All right? That's the only way you're going to find out. Now, you might think, oh, well, that's crazy. Look, I've given you a hint. I've already said it's not even going to be half the price of the 1947. That's what we're going to go. That's what we're going to go to. And we're going to be doing, that's a lifetime price. And we're going to be doing a monthly fee. And it will be, and this is pounds, it will be so incredible in terms of value that you're going to go, I can't believe I got in at that level. I can't believe I got in at that level. And in exchange for this, I want to really help you get there. Because if that happens, then you're going to turn around and you're going to be my biggest advocate on this. Even if it's, you know what, I didn't think I could even build a website, and I've built myself a website. It's going to be, you know, you're going to learn how to do that at a cost that you couldn't get anyone else to do it for you. And you might go, hey, I've done a website. I could now go out and actually design websites for other people. It might be that you're wanting to learn a skill to take out there, and you go, I can't believe I got that skill for this price and everything else with it. And next thing you know, you're out there marketing your websites, you're out there doing it, you're out there helping people. And so this snowball keeps rolling. So we're starting small here. And as we all get together and push this snowball, as it starts to gather pace and go down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And more people will be affected in a positive way as a result of us all getting going on the Groove University for Business right now. Okay. So it's going to be starting very, very soon. I'm going to be launching modules. So when you join Groove University for Business, there's going to be loads to do to get you going. Loads to do. All right. I don't want to overwhelm people. I don't want to give people so much that they cannot get through. But also, as Groove keeps releasing new elements or updates, so we will release new training for that, so you can take best advantage of that. And I want to just skip that one. How am I going to do that? No, that's it. That's it. I'm looking at the slides, and that's it. I've gone the wrong way. So there we are, folks. Look. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to put it up here again because we had, what was it? Day 46. Can you believe 46 days? Amazing, those people that have come through and watched any, all, some. Thank you. Thank you all. I want you now to if we just come back here, I want you to apply. Let me just slide myself over right there. Okay? I want you to send me an email right now saying why you should be in Groove University for Business. And I'm going to tell you what that special price is. but that's the only way it works. Okay. It's if you are willing to take the first step in your future success. And that first step means emailing me, hello@groove-university.com. Don't forget that little hyphen, the little dash, groove.university.com. And I will see you in there. I cannot wait. And in the meantime, I wish you all a very, very happy Easter, wherever you are around the world. Thank you so much for being part of this 40-day challenge that turned into 46 days. Because, you get to over 50 years old and you can't believe that they don't count Sundays. However, I did. I did it even then. And what I want to do is, you can see, I give, I say it's 40, but over deliver on 46. So when you get into Groove University for business, you're going to see that there's going to be so much in there. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to get some incredible results. If you are ready, you are willing, you are able, then you need to email me up here as it comes back along. The email is here as well. No, which way? That way. I need to bend my finger. That way. hello@groove-university.com. Email me now. I'll tell you the price, and I will see you at university. Until then, my friends, thank you so much for sharing this journey with me. My name's Nigel T. Best, and I will see you at university. Until then, bye for now. Now, how do you turn this off?